opportunities in business. That's what I said earlier. The fact that you have launched a business alone is an opportunity for you.
Wow.
After I had launched my brand, I've been opportunity to meet a lot of people, a lot of big men, like men. So when I got to that man, I told him I had 60,000 left to me, like I've saved. Then I had a shop in Michael. So I told him, sir, I want to get a shop in Let's Phase 1 or First Step. Because people that I sold for, people that I want to save for, are more of people like you. And I can count many of you that you are in Michael here. So the man laughed, was like, wow, what do I mean? I said, that's what I'm saying. That at least in First Step, there are more people like him there in First Step or in Let's Phase 1. So he was like, He said, how old am I? So that was, then I think I was like 20 years or so. He said, wow, 20 years. He said, who taught you how to think this big at this early age? I said, wow. I said, well, it's because I want to be big. Yeah, I said so. He was like, wow. He said, okay, so have I done any estimates? Okay. He said, have I ever borrowed money from anybody before? Like, I said, no. He said, okay, I should go. I delivered the school that day. Behold, if I'm the type that disappoints, if I disappointed that man before then, he will never trust me.
Yes, true.
But because I have been consistently dishing out something very nice, reliably, he felt, I think I can trust this guy. So before you can notice any opportunity in business, you have to be a reliable source. You have to be a reliable person. You have to be a reliable vendor. You have to be a reliable businessman. You have to be a reliable tailor. You have to be a reliable fashion designer. You have to be a reliable carpenter or furniture, whatever they call it. You have to be a reliable barber or whatever you do. It's when you are reliable, you see people that want to grant you opportunity. When you are not reliable, when you are not truthful, there's just an opportunity for you. So it was, in fact, one thing about me is that I push things, but I don't force things. So whenever I try to, sort for anything, I'll take my mind off it. Even when the person promised me, I'll take my mind off it until I see that. So when I go to, I was still very young then. I had already taken my mind off it that it won't happen. Oh my boy, I started with my normal savings. I started making money again. My 1,000 naira, I started saving my money again. My money was like 1,500 naira. So I think it was 2 weeks later, I got a call. That call changed my life. I started something. I had a plan. It happened. If I had not started with that my black head machine in my room, then I won't be here. If I didn't have something to offer, then he wouldn't have given me that money. Imagine I told him that. Imagine I went to knock the man's gate. I said, sir, I just finished learning. Okay, I finished learning tailoring last 2 years. I don't have a machine yet. Okay, I have one machine, but I don't have a shop yet. I don't have any customer yet. Sir, I'm not coming in here to tell you I want to sew for you. But sir, please, can you invest in me or on my business? Can you give me 500,000? Let me go and rent the shop. And do you think he will borrow me the money? He's never going to borrow me. But because I had already offered him something, what did I offer him? I offered him integrity. I offered him reliability. I offered him a work-finished job. I was being truthful, and he saw that I had vision. I was creating a system. I had already saved the money to some extent. He was like, wow, for him to have saved this 1,000 to this 60,000, definitely is perhaps prudent, is disciplined. He won't spend the money anyhow. I started something first. Then the opportunity came. So when he gave me a call, he was like, he's going to give me $1 million. We're going to start something. Obviously, to me now, maybe it's not as if I'm so rich. I'm not rich, but maybe the $1 million now is not really a big money. But then when I got the money, When I got money in my account, I almost ran mad. Things were going to change, man. Things changed. So, and one thing about me is that I don't waste time on things. It was that very day I came to First Act. So then I was in last week. I'm still in last week anyway. But I had already finished from last protect then. So I took jam again after I finished from last protect. I took jam. I came to last week. So whenever I'm coming from my house to my hostel then, if I pass in front of First Act town, there's this gate, there's this arc in front of First Act, like the entrance. I used to look at welcome to First Act. I'll tell myself, I think I need to wait, and I need to wait in this First Act. Could you believe that? That's a dream. I had a vision because I know that First Act is filled with big men. My target markets, the people I want to be sewing for, that in First Act. How do I get there? I started every morning. I thought my money would carry me there. Obviously, it won't, but it was too small. So when I got the $1 million in my account, the first day I entered First Act was the day I rented the shop here.
Wow.
I didn't just rent the shop. I have to take into cognizance everything that needs to be taken into cognizance. Like, is the shop an open place? Is it accessible? Is it where my target market sits to Jones? So is it where they sit to have good time? Is it where the base? I have to put everything to position. All within a day. Smartness. If you want to see them to be very smart. Are you trying what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to relate my journey to the topic. So if you want to unlock opportunity in any business, you have to be very smart. You have to think fast. So I came to First Act. I didn't waste the money. I spent the money wisely. I got a shop, a very expensive shop like that. I wasn't so bad about it. I just got it. If I know that I'll make my money back. So I got some few other things, like some new more machines. I got a big gen, and I started just me alone. As a matter of fact, I started sleeping in my shop. I didn't renew my rent at home. Go home. That was the thought. Go hard or go home. Then, after that, well, so during that hard time, I repaid the money back. I was still sleeping inside the shop. I made my first $4 million. To pay the money back.
Wow.
So after then, I had to acquire some properties in the name of Akiola Trend in my brand. That's a security. Who taught me all these things? Poverty taught me. The process taught me. Yeah. I'm still a very young boy anyway, but I was able to do all these things because, when you have a business, automatically you'll be wise. Running a business will make you a responsible person. You never see a businessman go to club to go and buy a bottle of champagne for an expensive and extravagant rate. You never see a businessman does that. So as a very young boy, I was able to launch my business. So that if you want to unlock, so I don't spend money now. So my advice to people that are yet to launch, do. No matter what you do, the light is off now. So please just focus on my words until they bring the light. I think they want to put the foil. So no matter what you do now, please, my advice is try to start little. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
As I've said earlier, having a business is an opportunity on its own. For you to think that you have just unlocked, because that your business will make you stand in front of kings. I can assure you 100%. Once you are diligent, once you are consistent, once you are creative, someone will come for you. They will come and pay your money. They want to buy you because they have seen something in you that you haven't seen. So that's my story in a nutshell, trying to relate it back to the topic. Starting a business is an opportunity like an investment. It gave me more customers. Yeah. Now, my weekly revenue is now 50,000 naira. It was normally 30,000, now 50,000, right? This is a new achievement. If you want to keep on growing, you have to dispose that achievement, set yourself ready for a new challenge. Oh, now I make 50,000 naira for 3 months. That means, I can now make 50,000 more. I never even make rich. I want to go to, I want to start making 200,000. That's now that I'm moving to look in face. So looking the opportunities in business, you must not relent. That's another one. You must not relent. If you relent, the opportunities you think you are unlocking will lock itself back. In fact, it will lock you outside. You must not relent. So, you want to say something?
I mean, I'm just, I'm really just blown away by the insights you have shared. I mean, these are just so critical, very critical conversation. Because, just as you were mentioning the issue of not relenting, some persons start out being trustworthy, delivering good quality jobs, and as they begin to see some level of, they just feel like, oh, we have already arrived, or we're already getting there, we already have clients. So they just start to drop the quality of their work, which is something that I've observed in a lot of Nigerian startups over time. And I think it's so critical that you're mentioning this, that in fact, the moment you said you're trying to build more trust, you're being more reliable, you're increasing the quality of your job. I'm like, what? You're never saying you're trying to maintain it, you're never saying you're trying to increase it. I think this is just so interesting. Please, you can continue.
Thank you very much. So when I got to this stage, it is very important to know that it is very, very tasky at the top. I'm not even there yet. But one thing I need to tell you is that as an entrepreneur, if the big guys in your industry have not seen your name, your branding at least once, you have not started. If at least if they've not seen Akila Chendi, who is this guy safe? Who is this boy? You never start. So if I will tell you that fine, I started being a fashion designer since 2013, but I entered the fashion industry in barely 2 years time. I mean, barely 2 years ago. You ask me, is there any ticket to enter the industry? There's really no ticket. But being in the industry, that means you are a stakeholder already. Who will tell you that a stakeholder? Who will tell you? You will know yourself. When you start being a role model to some people in that industry, when people start copying your style, you start seeing your own style is being copied. You're in the industry already. That means you have started. That means you're on top of your game. That means some people are actually seeing you. They are noticing you. They are following you. That's when you know that you're in the industry. When you see, the truth of the matter is that most of us, we used to copy our style. We have people they call soccer in fashion industry. They are not experienced tailors. They just have the knowledge, they know how to job. They are doing their business plan. They write payment of salary for 2 tailors first 3 months. They write it as part of their business plan. They write it because it's very important. Because in the first 3 months, the money they will make might not be much. They have to make sure they cater for their workers and for themselves in the first 3 months. That's the loan that has raised the budget. So in that sense, I'll tell the guy, go and put him for internship somewhere or just apprenticeship straight up. Learn that from 2 tailors, you cut it down to 1 tailor or no tailor from the perspective of fashion industry because that's the industry I'm obviously.
Yes.
So you try to cut out all costs. Things you can actually learn and do yourself. Learn it. Learn the basic skills that you need to run that business successfully. Basic skills, not just a skill. Skills. Learn them from YouTube, from whatever it is you want to learn. But learn because it will cut down costs. Once you know that you want to have a fashion industry, you want to have a fashion house rather. So you have taken your time, probably you have compiled your business plan in the last month, and there's nobody to invest in you. You needed 1.7 million to launch the whole place, but nobody's going to give you the money. It's fine. Why just sit down and start lamenting? Why? Why are you lamenting? Those times you are still lamenting. Why don't you go and just put in for an internship somewhere or apprenticeship somewhere? In entrepreneurship, when you are going to wherever you are going, you have to branch out where you are not going so that you can get to wherever you are going. So in entrepreneurship, you have the place you are going, but before you can get there, you have to branch at where you don't want to go in order for you to get to where you want to go. So fine, you have the fear to open a fashion line. You have the dream of being one of the biggest fashion brand in Nigeria, but you need to know that money to start, nobody's going to give you. You need to start somewhere first. So how do you start somewhere? You need to have the basic skills, fashion design. So that means you have to learn it. That's speaking from perspective of you don't have money to even launch that first. So when you now do all these things, you want to start unlocking opportunities. If you don't launch your business line, nobody will invest on you. If you don't start it, okay, fine, you have the money now. If you don't start at first, nobody will patronize you at first. Now, I now spoke that even if you have the money, don't buy the machines at first. Because if you buy the machine, you feel too big already. You feel established already. You might not want to reach out to customers. You feel like, I have the machines already. I'm not paying anybody. I have money to pay people. You feel relaxed. Meanwhile, you have not started. You run at loss. But once you make yourself suffer, even you have money in your account, but you make yourself suffer because of a machine, your head goes straight. You be like, I want to try, but maybe now it will be on the ground of you don't have money. That's why you have bought the machine. It will be on the ground of if I buy this machine, I want to have 10 consistent customers. You get what I mean? Are you trying to get? Are you get what I'm saying? So you have money already, but I said you shouldn't buy the machine at first. Try to create something like a demo market. Now, you now put yourself on a task that before I get this machine, I have money, but before I get it, I need to make sure that I have 10 customers before I get this machine. Now you put yourself on the run. So in business, you must not be too comfortable. You must not be too comfortable in running a business, because once you are comfortable, the opportunity, like I said, starting a business, launching a business is an opportunity. So in fact, you have launched it, you have unlocked opportunities, and now running it day to day, the experiences, everything, the challenges, the opportunities for you. So once you feel relaxed, opportunity will lock you out of the business, and that's you are done. You are coming down. Thank you very much.
Wow, I don't even know what to say anymore, because I mean all of these insights you have shared are just so important, and I think this is something a lot of young people need to hear, because I've observed that some persons want to start to climb the ladder from the top. They just want to start from the top, and I think the way you broke it down, and this is something that can be applied to any industry, honestly. In fact, I was already picking out what I can start to do in my own line, actually, from what you said. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Rilwan. I mean, it has been so exciting. I'm certain that we would need to bring you back at another time to talk, because these things you have shared are so important. Thank you so much for joining us, and I believe our viewers would have learned a lot. Thank you so much, Mr. Rilwan. Okay. So we'll be wrapping up the section now, because I believe there's nothing else to say. We just need to go and digest everything Mr. Rilwan has spoken about. So I want to use this opportunity to really thank you, sir, for joining us, and also to thank everyone who has viewed this particular episode. Thank you so much, because if you guys are not here, there's no point, viewing. So thank you so much for viewing this particular episode. And we want to thank our sponsors, STEMacademy.io and Brainiacs Innovation Hub. Please do well to click on the subscribe button and also the notification button beside the subscribe button, so that anytime we are live, you would know we are live and not miss out on all of our amazing packages for you. Thank you so much for joining us, and see you next time. Bye, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Rilwan.
You're welcome.